Messerschmitt Me-262, the first operational jet fighter in history, entered service in 1944. The Me-262 could reach 540 miles per hour, roughly 120 miles per hour faster than any Allied piston fighter. It carried four 30mm cannons and could mount unguided rockets. The Luftwaffe deployed around 1,400 units, but fuel shortages, poor pilot training, and overwhelming Allied numbers limited its impact. It proved the concept. Jets were the future. Gloucester Meteor, Britain's answer, arrived in July 1944. The Meteor matched at Me-262 speed, but entered service too late for significant air combat over Europe. It saw action against V-1 flying bombs and later served in Korea with the Australian Air Force. The design was conservative, reliable, and stayed in service until the 1980s in some air forces. It wasn't revolutionary, but it worked. Lockheed P-8, Shooting Star, America's first operational jet fighter, flew in 1944, but missed World War II entirely. The P-8 saw combat in Korea, where it faced the MiG-15 and lost badly in dogfights. It was slower, climbed worse, and couldn't turn with the Soviet jet. The U.S. learned a hard lesson about jet performance. The P-8 transitioned to ground attack and training roles. It was outclassed within 5 years of entering service. Mikoyan-Gurevich, MiG-15, the Soviet Union's first swept-wing fighter, changed air combat. The MiG-15 entered service in 1949 and dominated the skies over Korea. It could outclimb, outturn, and outgun the P-8 and early F-84s. The 37mm and twin 23mm cannons were designed to destroy bombers. American pilots needed the F-86 Sabre just to compete. The Soviets built over 12,000 MiG-15s. It appeared in nearly every Cold War conflict for the next 2 decades. North American F-86 Sabre, the American counter to the MiG-15, arrived in Korea in late 1950. The F-86 was slightly slower and couldn't climb as well, but it had better high-speed handling and superior pilot training behind it. American pilots claimed a 10-to-1 kill ratio, though real numbers were closer to 2-to-1. The Sabre carried 6.50 caliber machine guns and later added AIM-9 Sidewinder missiles. Nearly 10,000 were built. It served with air forces worldwide into the 1990s. France built its own path with delta wing designs. The Mirage 3 entered service in 1961 and became one of the most successful export fighters ever made. It could reach Mach 2, carried both guns and missiles, and proved effective in Israeli hands during the Six-Day War in 1967. The Mirage was relatively cheap, easy to maintain, and performed well in air-to-air and ground attack roles. Over 1,400 were built. It served in 21 countries. McDonnell Douglas F-4 Phantom II, the American workhorse of the 1960s and 1970s. The 4 entered service in 1960 as a Navy interceptor and became the primary fighter for the Air Force, Navy, and Marines. It could carry over 18,000 pounds of bombs and missiles. Early models had no gun, relying entirely on missiles. That was a mistake exposed in Vietnam, where close-range dogfights revealed the limits of early AIM-7 Sparrows. Later variants added a 20mm cannon. Over 5,000 were built. It served in 11 countries and flew in nearly every major conflict from Vietnam to the Gulf War. Mikoyan-Gurevich MiG-21, Soviet counterpart to the F-4, though smaller and simpler. The MiG-21 entered service in 1959 and became the most produced supersonic fighter in history. Over 11,000 were built. It was fast, maneuverable, and carried a 23mm cannon plus infrared missiles. The MiG-21 fought in Vietnam, the Middle East, and Indo-Pakistani wars. It was effective in the hands of skilled pilots, but suffered in export versions with downgraded avionics. Some countries still operate upgraded MiG-21s today. General dynamics. F-16 Fighting Falcon, the lightweight fighter that became a global standard. The F-16 entered service in 1978 as a cheap, agile dogfighter to complement the heavier F-15. It became far more. The F-16 features fly-by-wire controls, a side stick, and exceptional maneuverability. It can carry a wide range of weapons for air-to-air and ground attack. Over 4,600 have been built, and it serves in 25 countries. Upgrades keep it relevant today, with new variants still in production. It's one of the most successful fighter designs ever made. Douglas F-15 Eagle, the air superiority fighter designed to dominate. The F-15 entered service in 1976 and has never been shot down in air-to-air combat by an enemy aircraft. Features twin engines, powerful radar, and can carry 8 air-to-air missiles. The F-15 was built for speed, climb rate, and beyond visual range combat. It proved itself in Israeli and American service, racking up over 100 confirmed kills with 0 losses. The F-15E Strike Eagle variant added ground attack capability. It remains in production today with advanced variants like the F-15EX, Sukhoi Su-27. The Soviet answer to the F-15. The Su-27 entered service in 1985 and matched the American jet in performance. It features exceptional maneuverability, long range, and can carry up to 10 air-to-air missiles. The Su-27 introduced thrust vectoring in later variants, enabling extreme aerobatic maneuvers like the Pugachev Cobra. It spawned a family of derivatives including the Su-30, Su-33, Su-35, and Chinese J-11. Over 800 have been built. It remains in service with Russia and multiple export customers. Panavia Tornado, the European multi-role fighter designed by Britain, Germany, and Italy. The Tornado entered service in 1979 with variable sweep wings for both low-level penetration and high-speed intercept. It served primarily in ground attack and reconnaissance roles, with a dedicated air defense variant for the Royal Air Force. The Tornado performed well in the Gulf War and later conflicts, but it was expensive and complex. Production ended in 1998 with nearly 1,000 built. Most have been retired, replaced by the Eurofighter Typhoon. Mikan MiG-29, the Soviet lightweight fighter to complement the Su-27. The MiG-29 entered service in 1983 as a highly maneuverable dogfighter with modern radar and weapons. It was designed to operate from rough airfields with minimal ground support. The MiG-29 proved capable in Soviet and export service, but early variants had limited range and outdated avionics. Upgraded versions remain in service with Russia and other countries. It never achieved the export success of the MiG-21, but it remains a credible threat in skilled hands. Dassault Mirage 2000, France's response to the F-16 and MiG-29. The Mirage 2000 entered service in 1984 with a refined delta wing design, modern fly-by-wire controls, and multi-role capability. It carried advanced radar and could employ both French and American weapons. The Mirage 2000 saw combat in the Gulf War, Kosovo, Libya, and Mali, performing well in both air-to-air and ground attack. Over 600 were built, serving in 9 countries. It's being replaced by the Rafale in French service, but export customers continue upgrades. Saab JAS-39 Gripen Swedens, lightweight multi-role fighter, entered service in 1997. The Gripen was designed for cost-effectiveness, ease of maintenance, and operation from short runways or highways. It features advanced avionics, data link capabilities, and can carry modern European and American weapons. The Gripen is smaller and cheaper than competitors like the F-16 and Eurofighter, making it attractive to smaller air forces. Over 270 have been built, serving in 7 countries. It remains in production with the improved Gripen E variant. Eurofighter. Typhoon, the collaborative European fighter built by Britain, Germany, Italy, and Spain. The Typhoon entered service in 2003 as a highly agile air superiority fighter with advanced avionics and sensor fusion. It features canards, delta wings, and can carry a wide range of weapons. The Typhoon proved effective in air policing and ground attack roles over Libya and Syria. It's expensive and has faced competition from the cheaper F-16 and more capable F-35, limiting export sales. Over 670 have been built. Production continues for existing partners and a few export customers. Dassault Rafale France's multi-role fighter designed to replace multiple legacy types. The Rafale entered service in 2001 with the French Navy and Air Force. It features canards, delta wings, and can carry nuclear weapons. The Rafale integrates advanced sensors, electronic warfare systems, and can perform air-to-air, ground attack, and reconnaissance missions. It struggled initially against cheaper competitors, but recent export success to India, Egypt, Greece, and others has validated the design. Over 250 have been built. Production continues with advanced variants. Boeing FA-18 Hornet and Super Hornet. The U.S. Navy's carrier-based multi-role fighter. The original FA-18 Hornet entered service in 1983, replacing both the F-4 Phantom and A-7 Corsair. It combined fighter and attack roles in one airframe. The larger FA-18EF Super Hornet followed in 1999 with increased range payload and advanced avionics. The Super Hornet serves as the Navy's primary strike fighter and has been exported to Australia, Canada, Kuwait, and others. Over 2,000 Hornets and Super Hornets have been built combined. The Super Hornet remains in production. Martin F-22 Raptor, first 5th-generation fighter and the most capable air superiority aircraft ever built. The F-22 entered service in 2005 with stealth, supercruise, advanced sensors, and thrust vectoring. It can dominate beyond visual range engagements and dogfights. The F-22 has never been defeated in air combat exercises against any opponent. Only 187 were built due to high costs and export restrictions. It serves exclusively with the U.S. Air Force. No other country operates anything comparable. Lockheed Martin F-35 Lightning II, the most advanced multi-role fighter in service and the most expensive weapons program in history. The F-35 entered service in 2015 in 3 variants. F-35A for the Air Force, F-35B for short takeoff and vertical landing, and F-35C for carrier operations. It features stealth, advanced sensors, sensor fusion, and network-centric warfare capabilities. The F-35 prioritizes information dominance and beyond visual range combat over dogfighting. Over 1,000 have been built, serving in 18 countries. Production continues with planned totals exceeding 3,000 aircraft. Sukhoi Su-57, Russia's 5th generation stealth fighter, entered service in 2020 after years of delays. The Su-57 features reduced radar cross-section, supercruise, thrust vectoring, and advanced avionics. It's less stealthy than the F-22 or F-35, but emphasizes maneuverability and sensor integration. Only around 20 have been built. Production has been slow due to cost and technical challenges. The Su-57 represents Russia's attempt to field a 5th-generation fighter, but it lags Western designs in stealth and production numbers. Chengdu, J-20, China's first fifth-generation fighter, entered service in 2017. The J-20 is a large, stealthy aircraft designed for long-range interception and strike. It features canards, internal weapons bays, and advanced radar. The J-20 likely prioritizes anti-access missions against tankers, bombers, and surface ships over dogfighting. Details remain limited due to Chinese secrecy. Over 200 are believed to be in service. The J-20 represents China's growing aerospace capability, though questions remain about engine performance and true stealth characteristics. Shenyang, FC-31, China's second fifth-generation fighter, still in development but approaching service. The FC-31 is a medium-weight stealth fighter, similar in size to the F-35. It's being developed for export and possibly for the Chinese Navy's carriers. Details are scarce, but the design suggests emphasis on stealth and multi-role capability. No firm production numbers exist yet. The FC-31 represents China's effort to field a lighter, cheaper complement to the J-20 and compete in the export market against the F-35, KF-21, Borama, South Korea's indigenous fighter developed with Indonesian partnership. The KF-21 first flew in 2022 and is expected to enter service by 2026. It features reduced radar cross-section, modern avionics, and multi-role capability. The design resembles the F-22 externally, but lacks full internal weapons bays in early variants. South Korea plans to build over 120 for its Air Force, with Indonesia ordering 50. The KF-21 represents South Korea's ambition to join the small club of nations capable of designing and producing advanced fighters domestically. Mitsubishi F-3, Japan's next-generation fighter currently in development. The F-3 is being designed to replace the F-2 and provide advanced air superiority capability. Details remain limited, but the design reportedly emphasizes stealth, sensor fusion, and network-centric warfare. Japan is developing the fighter domestically with potential international collaboration. Service entry is targeted for the 2030s. The F-3 represents Japan's effort to maintain a cutting-edge air force and reduce dependence on American designs. BAE Systems Tempest, Britain's sixth-generation fighter program in partnership with Italy, Sweden, and Japan. Tempest is being designed to enter service by 2035 with advanced stealth, optional manned or unmanned operation, directed energy weapons, and artificial intelligence integration. The program represents Europe's ambition to remain competitive in fighter design as fifth-generation aircraft mature. Details remain conceptual, but the collaboration signals continued European investment in independent defense capability. Dassault FCAS, France, Germany, and Spain's sixth-generation fighter program, separate from Tempest. The Future Combat Air system includes a next-generation fighter plus loyal wingman drones and advanced networking. Service entry is targeted for 2040. The program has faced delays and political disagreements between partners. It represents Europe's second attempt at a sixth-generation fighter, competing with Tempest for resources and political support. F-15EX Eagle II, the newest variant of the F-15, entering service in 2024. The F-15EX features modern avionics, fly-by-wire controls, and can carry more weapons than any other fighter. It's non-stealthy, but offers long range, high payload, and low operational cost compared to fifth-generation fighters. The U.S. Air Force is buying the F-15EX to replace aging F-15CDs while the F-35 fleet expands. It proves the original F-15 design remains relevant nearly 50 years after introduction.